Hey everyone. So we'll see what is this insert into. So suppose you have one table. So you want to insert data into the table. So how can you do that? So this is the way you can do that. Okay. So ultimately you have one table. So then it has columns, right? Obviously, and also those columns has like anyway, like if you're considering it as a table, so it has observations, right? It has a rows. So then you want to add another row. Suppose you want to let's take in a school, actually consider it as a school. So you have a table, so in a class table, and inside that class table there are students. So and suddenly one new student came, then you have to obviously you have to insert that student details, right, in that particular class. So same way, same concept here. So you have to insert the particular person, that particular student details into the class table. So how can you do that? This is the way you have to do that. So the syntax is this: insert is a keyword, and after that into, and you have to specify the table name, for which table I want to add this data. So and after that you have to give the column names, what are the columns, and what for those columns what are the values I'm going to pass. So this is the way you can do that. So insert into table name, and after that value, and the values, whatever values you have to pass there. So this is how we can do. So this is the syntax. Okay, so you can see some examples. Insert into customers. Customers is the table name, and these are the column names, and the values is this. And so once you pass this, you'll get the result here. So same you can see here. So earlier it has only three observations. When you add this, it becomes four observations. That means this data is added here. So in this way you can do. And so you can specify. Okay, you can specify the respective column names. Okay, so you don't need to specify each and every column name. In case if you won't specify, then it take it as a null. You can see here. So in this example, you specified only customer name and city and country. You didn't specify address, you didn't specify contact name. So still it taken that, and these are the values it will be uh, gone through these columns, and the values will be present here. So you can do multiple rows also, like multiple data also, multiple observations also you can insert. So this is the way you can do. So but at the end you have to put comma. So so that's it. You can see here, these are simple examples. You can just observe this, you can get to know. So that's how we can add the data into the table. Then null value. So earlier we see we observe, right? So here you can see there is a null values. If you won't specify, these are like null values because you didn't specify. So in order to check whether the database, whether the data in a particular table and a particular column, those observations are null or not. So these are the ways you can check. Okay, you can use this keyword. So select column names, and from table name where column name is null. So in case this particular column name, we can see one example so that you can understand. So here what they are doing. So from this customer table, they want customer name, contact name, and address, where they're checking the condition. So whoever given the address is null, so I want these data, right? So in this way they are checking. So suppose the customers didn't given the address. So you want to find those details, like those customers name, what is the person name, what is the contact name he given. So in that way you want to extract that information. So how can you do that? So these are the conditions you can pass. In that entire data, if the address is null, I want to get this information. It's the same vice versa also. You can do this is not null. So if the data is not null, then I want this data. So you can just click on, try it yourself, you can understand. It won't be much important one. So you can update. Suppose update means like let's say in a school, in the extracurricular activities, the student selected karate, let's say, and after that he realized salsa is far better than karate. So then he in the middle of the particular year, student year, he wants to change so to karate to salsa. Then how can you do that? So this is how you can do that. This is the way you can do. So update is update which table you want to update. And after set is a keyword you have to remember in so SQL. So if you then you can specify for which column which value you want to pass. For this extracurricular activities, I want to change that to, earlier it was like karate, I want to change that to salsa. So how can you do that? This is the way you can do that. Where, so if you want to, so for which condition, for which person you want to change, for which student you want to change, so that is a condition. So we can see this example, then you can understand. So here what it was doing, customer data set is there. And so if the customer ID is one. So earlier the customer is living from one country. Okay, so contact name is this, and his city is Berlin. Later he moved to Frankfurt. So then you have to change, right? So this is how we can change. Set contact name is this, and after that city name is this. So this is how we can change. So ultimately update is like to change the data. Okay, you don't need to change the entire data. You need to change a few column values. So then how can you do that? So this is the way you can do that. Okay. Yeah. So you can do multiple so multiple data also, like multiple observations also you can modify. So based on this update customer, and after that set you can do this, and after that where this condition is this, you can do multiple also. Okay. So if you want to specify the condition, now this entire data set will be changed. You can see here the entire data set is changed. So update customers and set this contact name is John. So if you want to specify any particular condition, this it will reflect on entire data, entire table data. So that you have to remember. Okay. Delete means the name itself indicating you want to delete some data from that table. So then how we can do that? So this is a syntax. Delete from table name, where you have where you can specify the condition. Okay. So this is how you can see. Okay. And if you want to specify the condition, the entire data will be deleted. So this is how we can do. So the table will be there, but the entire data will be removed from the table. So if you won't specify the condition, this will happen. If you specify the condition, only that particular observation will be removed. You can see here earlier we have five records, and now five observations. Now we have only four observations. First one will be removed because the person name is this. Based on the particular condition, he removed the data. Okay. So another way to delete is drop. Okay. So if you do the drop step, now the table itself will be removed from the database. So in delete means table will be there, the data will be deleted from the table. But now if you do the drop means that entire table will be removed. Okay. So next is select top. Select top is nothing but, okay, limit. Okay, you can understand limit. So select top is so you in few databases select top is there, and you can see here for most of the, like MySQL, you can remember only limit. So select top is not required. Limit means we did this operation, right? Select asterisk from this table name, then you will get all the data, so all the content in that table. So you can specify like I only want three observations. Then how can you do that? So you can mention like this limit and three, then you only get three observations. So that's the advantage of this limit. So select up, you can consider it as a limit. Okay. So you can see here, so see, it is a customer table. So if you do this select all from customers limit 3, then only it will fetch only the first three observations. See. Okay. You won't get all the data. If you specify two, the only two observations will get. So yeah, that's it. These are the select all from first person. So you can just check this thing. You can put some condition also. So limit 3. So select top is not there. Select asterisk from customers where country for Germany limit 3. So based on this particular condition, whichever the entire data, so from the top 3 will be, it will return only the top 3. Order by is there. Order by is like, it's like to get the data in ascending order or descending order. I think we already covered this order by, right? So yeah, limit 3. So frequently we can use, you already know like what is order by. And in the we get the data in the form of ascending order, descending order, and that too limit if you put. So in that entire data after ascending, we need only top 3. So that is the condition. Okay. So yeah, that's it, guys, and we'll cover this aggregate functions like min, max, and these things in the next sessions, and after that we'll go for joins. So today we'll cover this insert, update, delete. Basically, we completed the CRUD operations. Okay, create, read, update, delete. So later we'll go for the aggregate functions, and after that we'll see joins. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you.